we've been saying this since like the very beginning. There's this super, super smart person that I know. And what she had said was, I just need someone to tell me what to eat and then have them feed it to me. And it was Andrea probably.
Well,
but
I thought about nutritionists and I thought about dietitians. There we go. They're expensive. They're not covered by our insurance anyway. And I've also considered weight loss surgery. Since I have more than 100 pounds to lose, I am eligible for weight loss surgery, but I don't want it. I don't know how many times I've been cut on already. I don't want to be cut on again. So
I get the vibe that you're looking for a system of nutrition that will help you to lose weight sustainably moving forward. Would you call that a fair assessment?
somewhat. I see what you're getting at. So,
I'm hilarious.
if you haven't figured it out yet, we are going to try Nutrisystem. Why do we have to switch sides?
We don't, it just feels backwards.
It does, but...
It's fine, I'm left-handed, I'll hang out over here. It's cool. That's your chair at the dinner table, so,
Yeah,
I mean, it makes
this is where I
sense.
sit. So, we tried Weight Watchers. How'd it go?
It was fun.
It was.
But-
I was even successful when I did it by myself.
Yeah, that's when I got involved with things went off the rails.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
We tried iTrack Bites, the premium version. We paid.
I could not get on board with that one. I mean, it felt like the great value brand of WW.
I actually liked iTrack Bites and what they're trying to do. And now that WW has gone to personal points, although I've not personally tried their personal points,
Yeah.
based on everything I've seen online, I would recommend iTrack Bites for somebody who wants something that's like WW was. We went back to calories in, calories out with MyFitnessPal, which you use to get underweight for your weigh-ins.
Yep, and that I have always had fantastic success with that though. So that's me. I can count calories and go, nope, don't have enough calories to spend on that, or I'm not going to waste my calories on this. Oh.
I can do that too, but I find it tiresome. And eventually, I clearly don't have the knowledge to keep, so I'll start out at a calorie point and stick to that for a while, and I'll lose weight at first, but then I stop losing weight. And at that point, you're supposed to adjust lower. But a lot of times, I'll start too low to begin with, and then have a really hard time going lower to maintain that weight loss.
So you'll have an immediate rush, but then have a hard time with it. So
If you haven't figured it out yet, we are going to try Nutrisystem. Now, why Nutrisystem? Before we get into the Nutrisystem itself, I looked into a bunch of options for meal kits, basically home delivery meal kits. Purple Carrot was one, Blue Apron, one I can't even pronounce that I think started with a Q, and Jenny Craig, and a couple of others. That
1996 called, they want their weight loss back.
Nutrisystem's been around since 72. It is 50 years old.
Fine. From my understanding though, it's really hard to cancel. Now, not hard like a lot of hoops, but
You just have to call.
you have to call
The
someone.
dreaded telephone, am I right?
Oh my word.
Text me, please. Let me cancel online. Let me chat with you to cancel. I don't want to call you. Anyways.
In every marriage, there's someone who refuses to make phone calls,
It's
and then there's someone that makes all the phone
It's
calls.
him. Anyways, so why did we choose Nutrisystem? The biggest, as he said earlier, I don't really have to think about it. I chose the chef's choice for our first 2 weeks, but on our second 2 weeks, I've already rearranged things around and I haven't even tasted anything yet. It's pre-planned, though. Every 2 weeks, they're sending me an exact amount of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I don't have to think about when to eat or what to eat.
Are you saying that somebody told you what to eat and then they will feed it to you?
They won't feed it to me, but they are telling me what to eat. It is delivered to my doorstep. I don't have to go to the store. Well, I will have to, I think, based on what I've learned.
So I didn't know this out the gate, but apparently you're supposed to buy your own leafy greens because you need to eat lots of leafy greens.
So, but let's talk about measured. That's a huge one. Why doesn't calories in, calories out and MyFitnessPal always work for me? It is a lot of work to weigh your food and then log it. It is pre-portioned, pre-measured, and ready to eat. All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, Nutrisystem is expensive. But is it? So they are having a sale right now. I am not sponsored or whatever, but if you go on their website, they're offering like 50% off.
Yeah,
if you prepay for a whole month. It was $860 for the two of us for the whole month. Now, that sounds like a lot of money. I hear everybody gasping in my brain anyways. Around here in the DC metro area with our family of 3, now I'm still spending $1,200 a month on groceries, and then on top of that, I'm spending money on dining out. So
$1,000 food for 2 weeks is actually
$1,000 for food, $800 for food for a month, Garen.
Oh.
That's the whole month. Now, so how long? Let's talk about how long we're doing this for. We are going to do it for 4 weeks because that's what I prepaid for. You can do this as long as you want. However, week 1 is week 1, and they don't recommend you do it more than 1 week.
Everybody who starts this jumps onto the internet and is like, what am I going to eat week 1? What am I going to eat week 1? Week 1, what's it going to consist of? You're not going to find it on Nutrisystem's website. They'll give you examples, and they use some really fancy terms like chocolate chunk, chocolate chip cookies. You're like, ooh, that sounds good, but what does that actually look like?
That's kind of the point of this little mini-series into Nutrisystem. We will show you and tell you what is in week 1 because, yeah, the biggest mystery I have, other than a handful of people who recorded themselves going, hey, I tried this on week 1 and it wasn't terrible, there isn't a lot out there, so... we will go over week 1. That will be next week's video.
So week 1's terrible because it throws you into a fairly hefty calorie deficit. Plus, they start filling you up with fiber, and fiber's fantastic for, you know, cleaning out
Full
the pipes.
disclosure, I have done a lot. So I ordered this first,
Yeah.
and then I researched it specifically. Like, I looked into a bunch of options before I ordered it. But once I decided Nutrisystem, I researched the heck out of it, because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
Now, in weeks 2 on, normal calorie counts.
No.
Women are getting between 15 and 1,800 calories.
Okay.
I don't know what men get, because women tend to be the ones who talk about the long term. Men are like, I ate it, it wasn't terrible.
I lost my 10, it was fun, I'm out.
So, assumed pros and cons. I'm guessing, that we're going to like the frozen foods more than the non-packaged.
Most likely.
Shelf-stable.
However, I've done things where I've gone camping and the like, and I've done dry food. I don't know what we're going to get.
2, I assume we're going to find that everything is okay. Nothing's going to be amazing, and nothing's going to be terrible.
I think that has to do with the whole relationship to food thing. You have to be able to treat it as fuel.
I assume there's going to be meal replacement bars, and those are going to be hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try a couple. I also assume, actually I know,
Yep.
that I'm going to have to drink a half gallon of water every day in order for this to work, which this is a half gallon jug. I found it on Amazon. Highly recommend.
These were like, what, 10 bucks a piece?
Yeah.
4 bucks a piece,
I've
something
been
like that?
using it. It's got a little wrist strap. It does not have a straw. I thought I was a straw person. I'm not. I do way better just research. After I ordered this, I sat down and I looked into everything I could about it because that's what I do. I'm terrible about that. I binge information on whatever has my interest this moment. Ooh, squirrel. Suddenly I know everything about squirrels. There's not as many couples doing this as I thought there would be for a system that offers couples plans, which is rare. I looked around. There's not a lot of offers out there for couples plans. So to have a built-in system for 2, that's great. But I think this is catered to me more than you because it asked me a lot of questions about me. And other than that, was like, oh, you have a male partner?
The
Sounds
last
great.
3 questions. Do you have a partner? Yes. Male or female? Male. Is he breathing? Yes. We'll send him food too.
In my research, I found that, people preferred the frozen.
People wonder why we keep looking that direction, I'm willing to bet. It's because we have the boxes off screen. We're going to open those here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to bring them on screen. We're going to show you what they shipped in. We're going to open them. We're going to talk about it, sort it out.
It's going to be cool.
But in my research, couples were rare. Equal parts men and women, though, were doing this. Very few people hated anything that they were given.
It was just a lot of, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, well, I'd eat that again, or not so much. All right, so what's our motivation to keep on this? I think it's the cost. I think that because...
You think it's going to be the cost?
I think we're going to go, oof, I spent $900 on this. I better do it.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm not going to drink because I spent $900 to lose weight. All right, so this is what 2 weeks, I think we counted out, 2 weeks worth of food for 2 people on Nutrisystem looks like. We've got a healthy mix of frozen versus not. Now the first thing I want to discuss before I get into what it is its size, right? This is how big it is. These are a whole meal for lunch. Blue is lunch. This is a whole meal for breakfast. Like, these are not giant, but you are supposed to have a breakfast, a shake. They did send us shake powder. A breakfast, a shake, a lunch, a snack, a dinner, and for men, another snack. So some of the things they sent us, apple strudel bars. I'm excited to try one of those. We do have a honey bagel. We have some waffles. Those are frozen. These things, as I understand it, are like Hot Pockets. And the directions say you can microwave them or conventional oven. I have heard to put them in an air fryer. It's really good. I've heard good things about the chicken sandwich and the hamburger. The shakes are both chocolate fudge, so we'll see how that goes. We've got snacks like chocolate fudge bar. Actually, it says chocolatey fudge bar, but still. A lemon zest cake. That sounds delicious. And a red velvet cake. We also have popcorn. I love popcorn. Some cheesy puffs. And then we got dinner. Am I right? Now dinners. I haven't even looked at these yet. What do we have? Some pollock. Chicken parm. The pizzas. These are strange because they are small. They're tiny. But they're fiber filled. There's 36 carbs in this pizza. But it's only 230 calories.
That's a lot of chicken Alfredo they're gonna feed us.
Is this for 2 people or for 1?
I don't know.
Nope, 1 package. All of this is for you. So, and I get the feeling you partner these with, let's see.
Yeah, those are gonna be meats that you have to actually put with.
Serve with a small grain roll and at least 1 vegetable. So yeah, there you have it. This is what 2 weeks worth of food looks like. I'm gonna pre-plan out who gets what every single day so that there's no guessing. And also so you don't end up with a bar and a bar for your meals.
I'm going to do a day where it's nothing but bars, and it's gonna be great.
All right, well, there you have it.
So this was our week 1 unboxing video, and I want you to know that while you watch this, we are actively working on the next week, where we are, well, essentially testing out each of the foods, and we're gonna let you know exactly what they are. So seriously, keep an eye out. Watch for the next video. We're going to show you what the foods are, what we think of them, and how good, mediocre, or not good they are. So while I'm actively editing this, which I'm doing the same day I record this, we're already halfway through the next week of what are we eating. Seriously, stay tuned. It's going to be great. And if you get half a second, like the video, subscribe, all that nonsense. Or don't. I'm not your dad. You do you. We'll see you next week.